I'm Wally from Bark Bucket fame, and I've been doing this for about 20 years, and I'm still learning, so it'll take me a little bit, but I like to show you how I have putting some bark buckets together. The first thing is find an acceptable tree, and that's a yellow poplar, and it's easier to have a slick bark poplar. They work easier than one that's more mature and a very heavy, rough bark. So I'll show you how we do with the chainsaw. We cut the tree and visualize how big a bucket that we would like, and then we saw a strip right down through the middle on each side, and then begin to pry it off. Now this bark does not come off of the wood until the middle of May, maybe 15th or somewhere in that neighborhood, and then shuts down in August probably, and that's the only time you can get the bark off the wood. So we take an object, a pry bar, and pry and push, and then make firewood out of that. Because some tree hugger would want to know what you did with the wood. Measure off the bark halfway and make a mark so that we can do an elliptical marking for the bottom of the bucket, and the marks have to be halfway from each end of the bucket. So I use a meter stick and do halfway. So I have 33¼ centimeters here. I don't use American Standard inches because it's harder to work with. So that one there is 32½. And I make a mark on each side. Put my thumb in the middle so that I have a reference point for the middle. Begin with my knife, make an elliptical circle, on each side. And voila, bucket. Now I need a handle on the bucket. Now ordinarily when I do this, when I have a whole tree full of bark, I usually just make a lot of these and stack them up, and either use a clothespin to tack them off like this and let them cure a little bit, or a piece of tape around them to hold them in place. It's a little bit so then I've already pre-measured my rope, so I make a couple knots in it. And I can usually get 50 to, depends on the size of the tree, maybe 100, 150 of these at a time, so that for the demonstration, usually goes a little quicker than this. Tie my handle rope off on the inside. You can use rope, shoestring, leather, grapevine, and this is just something that rather inexpensive and works pretty well. And now, since this bark is green, I have to let it cure. Turn brown on the inside and on the outside, and we have a bucket. This is something that has been passed down from generation to generation. The people who came to our part of the country with nothing but a few tools, maybe a knife and an axe, no buckets, so they made do with what they had around them, their surroundings. They used these for utility buckets. They could go to the woods and get them a bucket and then go pick berries in it, or whatever, and thus the huckleberry bucket name stuck with it. So actually you could seal the bucket off inside. You could seal it with mud, let it dry, and it'd be waterproof. And you could haul water. You could haul anything you wanted to, liquid. Maybe even if you want to milk your cow, you could. But it was something that our original foreparents in the mountain area utilized for their just to get by. Just a couple of old birdhouses, and I try to make them as rustic as I can. Just put the bark from the oldest looking trees that I can find. This little birdhouse, I was just I had found this sourwood tree. Actually, it was full of holes all the way up and down the tree, and that'll make some birdhouses. So I cut the whole tree down, sawed it up, and arranged it so that I could put a base on the top on it, put a little grapevine top on it to hold it, and showed it to Teresa, and Teresa liked it. So, when Teresa said, "I love it," I said, "Okay, that price goes up then." So it's been a real plus for us. We enjoyed doing business with Camcraft and Teresa, and she's been great for us. And I'm sure she's helped a lot of people in this area.